For as much as my channel is synonymous with Madden and football, I feel like in that same vein, I am synonymous with quizzes. That's how a lot of you guys found me, 6, 7, 8 years ago when I was doing NFL quizzes for videos. And that's why today we're going blast from the past, doing some NFL quizzes on the channel. I asked you guys on Twitter, at Bengal YouTube, link as always down in the description. I said, hey, send me some NFL quizzes to do for a video. This video is sponsored by Underdog. It's the absolute best place to play daily fantasy sports. I've been loving it. I've been doing well. I love their new team pick'em, and everything is better in the app. This is what I'm rolling with tonight. Got Devon Achane lower, 5.5 receptions, on the basis of that being a lot of catches. Now, that's not to say that he's never done it. He had 8 just last week, and he caught a lot of passes last year. I assume that the Dolphins will be down. I think he's going to be getting a lot of passes tonight. How many will he catch? We'll have to see. 6 just feels like a lot. It's not a very scientific reason. It's a feeling. Tail at your own risk. Josh Allen higher, 23.5 or 23.95 fantasy points. I think he's due for a big game. He is a monster, and the Dolphins are really, really bad at Josh Allen coming off of a kind of a nothing performance in a slight win. He might go crazy here tonight against the Dolphins. Everything's better in the app. So much fun stuff. So many different pick'ems that you can take. And if you are in any of these yellow or gold states, you are eligible to play pick'em. When you use my code BENGAL, you get access to so many great first-time specials, sign-up bonuses. Today, we've got Josh Allen to record a pass or rushing yard. It's a free pick. Use that link down in the description. Use code BENGAL to sign up for Underdog and play responsibly. Thank you to Underdog for sponsoring this video. And some of you did not disappoint, although there were some interesting submissions. This is a 470-player, 25-minute timer of every player that caught a pass in 2024. And there also was this one, which maybe I'll bookmark that, save that for later. But we're going to kick things off with Peyton Manning touchdown receivers. This one we got to go a little bit further back to get. There are 49 to get in just 7 minutes. I think it's a fun place to start. I also have random forgotten 2000s players lined up, and I'm going to tell you, it doesn't look like it's going to start off very hot, to be honest. We'll have to see how good I'm able to do in that capacity, but 49 to get for Peyton Manning touchdown receivers. There are a lot of players that have just caught one. We'll see how I do. I do have some crazy ones I'll be able to get on this, but I'm going to miss some easy ones. Let's kick things off with Marvin Harrison. That is number 1. Reggie Wayne is number 2. Now, the season, it says 2010. Is it the last time they caught a pass there? Season given is the last season with recorded touchdown. Okay, it's cool. So, it's got to be a Colt then. How about Dallas Clark? That certainly makes sense. I wish I had the position, but this is just naming players. The year does help because I can narrow down the team. Like 2014, we know is just going to be a Broncos player. How about the late, great Demaryius Thomas? Julius Thomas we also get as well. 2004, I'm not going to get that. Caught 34 Peyton Manning touchdowns. I do not know a Colt receiver that would have played with Peyton Manning prior to Harrison, Wayne, and Clark. I just don't know. So, apologies on that front. I mean, we'll see how this goes. I really don't know. Wes Welker is on here. Austin Colley's going to be on here somewhere. How about Anthony Gonzalez? He had 7. This is my crazy pull of the video. I'm going Levon Brazil. He's not on here. Oh, man. So it's not my crazy pull of the video. It is a name. It's a crazy name. But it's not the name we were looking for. Okay. That slightly complicates things. Edgerrin James. Running backs will be on here. Joseph Adai. All right. Okay. 34 touchdown passes caught. How do I not know a Colt receiver that played up to 2004. Give me Brandon Stokely. Okay, he had 20. Last time he caught a Peyton Manning touchdown pass was 2012. 2015. So we have Colt, Bronco. Eric Decker will be on here. Brandon Marshall, not on here. I didn't know if they played together for a moment. Sometimes you thought, okay, maybe there'd be a second of overlap with the Broncos, but yeah, the timing does not quite work out. Only at 12 right now. It's a pretty bad place to be. I thought I was going to do a lot better, and then I'm seeing just so much 2001, 2002, and I don't, 2000, 2003. That's pretty early for me. We only have 4 minutes left. I've got 12, and I'm missing some big ones. Let's think of some running backs who would have caught passes. Ronnie Hillman, potentially. He's on here, RIP. CJ Anderson. Okay, this is not a bad strategy, because running backs do catch touchdown passes. Monte Ball. Lance Ball. That's totally who I meant. Just making sure you guys are paying attention. Vic Ballard? No. The timing does not work out. But Dominic Brown. Dominic Rhodes is on here. Caught 4. I'm dialing in. Who are some other tight ends? Virgil Green? Oh, Virgil Green with 1. We also get E.G. Green. It was right on the tip of my tongue. E.G. That's, I mean, it can't really be a name. Okay. That's not bad. Brandon LaFell. No. Brandon Lloyd. No. Trying to name, okay. Lloyd was a Bronco. I don't know where Brandon LaFell came from. 13 is too many to miss here for a 2015 player. Way too many to miss. Emmanuel Sanders. Okay. It's really that easy to miss some of these easy ones. I'm trying to think of other running backs. I said Dominic Rhodes. Who else here? Donald Brown? Donald Brown. No over, because that was a 2009 first-round pick by the Colts, but I guess he just never caught a receiving touchdown from a healthy Peyton Manning. Or maybe it doesn't even have a receiving touchdown in his career. That's also a possibility. I want to get these Broncos out of the way. There are Broncos receivers from that time that I'm just not naming. Decker, Sanders, Welker, Julius Thomas. I'm surely missing a big tight end. I'm not going to get some of these players that played in the late 90s and early 2000s. I don't have those capabilities. But I'd like to get to 20. I've got 2 minutes to come up with 1. Surely I can do that if I lock in here. I got to know more receivers on that Broncos team. It was like the most electric offense in the history of the NFL. So many players caught touchdown passes. I'm going to be quiet for the final minute. I'm going to try to come up with something. Thought maybe Derrick Rogers would be on here. Friend of the channel. It's looking grim. Got Ricky Williams. Not the Ricky Williams. That's a guy, though. That's 20. I mean, this one was hard for me. I missed some big ones, clearly. Oh, Pierre Garçon. No way, dude. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, well, Marshall Faulk. What am I doing? I couldn't think of I honestly just didn't think of a Colts running back pre-Edgerrin James was my problem. Marcus Pollard is a name I know, but not one I'm going to pull. Pierre Garçon, Jacob Tamme are big misses. Garçon especially. He was a freak in the late 2000s, 2010. I don't know Terrence Wilkins or Torrance Small or Ken Dilger. Jerome Pathon sounds familiar. Joel Dreesen's definitely a name I know, but I never would have pulled him for this. Brian Fletcher, I don't know. Blair White sounds familiar. Marshall Faulk's a big miss. Troy Walters. So Kadri Ismail, is a name I know quite well. There's like Rocket Rahib Ismail. They're twins. They played in the CFL. I think, well, maybe they're just brothers. I just don't associate him really with a team. Andre Caldwell is a big miss because there's I heard a story about Andre Caldwell on that Broncos team, and I forgot about him. Owen Daniels I forgot about with the Broncos. Noshawn Marino is very, 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 very gettable, and I don't know how I forgot it with the Broncos team. I was literally Googling him last night. I was talking about New Jersey high school football legends, and Noshawn Marino is one of them. I watched him play in high school. Didn't get him. Ben Utech, I forgot about. A lot of forgivable names on here. Mitch Unrein caught a touchdown pass. Wow. The reason I say wow, Mitch Unrein was a defensive tackle, and I know who this is. And he caught a touchdown pass. Okay. This was a hard quiz. Should I have gotten Garcon and Marino without question, no matter what? And Falk, honestly, no matter what? Yes. But I don't max out at more than 25. All right, let's rip this Band-Aid off. Random forgotten 2000s NFL players. I feel like this one's going to be hard for me because I just don't know who 12 is off the bat. It's been a while since the 2000s. Who is this quarterback? Number 12 for the Skins at the time? I really don't know. And any guess feels racist. I'm going to skip that one for now. Is this Brian Finneran with the Titans? That's racist. It's definitely a receiver. Kevin Walter was. That's racist. Okay, we're moving on. Okay, James Ferrier. Nope. This is not going well. At all. Who are you? I don't know who this is. 59. Give me... Who would this be? Falcons. It's not Jesse Tuggle. I'll tell you that. I don't know who this is. At the moment. Moving on. We have a random Patriots O-lineman. I don't think it's Dan Connolly. I'm going to throw it out there. It's not Logan Mankins. I will type it anyway. It's not Matt Light. I'll type it anyway. I don't know who this is. All right, we're off to a very bad start. This is a Jags receiver. It's very early 2000s here. I don't know who this is. Okay, when will I get my first one? This is a Cardinals running back with no eyebrows. Who is this? It's not Beanie Wells. I will type it anyway. I don't believe it to be Tim Hightower. I'll type it anyway. Who is this? 2000s is hard. Ron Dane. It isn't. And I knew it wasn't. This like 2008 Patriots. Give me Carell Buckhalter for the first one. Damn. I don't know. Tatum Bell. Damn. Who is this, dude? Oh, I'm having such difficulty. No idea. Finally. I can get... Is this... Oh, no. I saw the number wrong. I don't know who this is either. Oh, my God. I really don't know. King Dunlap. I don't even know if this is a defensive player or not. Corey Leggett. That's the 2010s guy. I don't know. This is a quarterback with the Titans. It's not Kerry Collins. Might as well type it anyway because I'm not getting it anyway. I don't know. I really don't. Charles Rogers. Nope. Skip. Is Dewan Landry. That's 2010s guy. I don't know. This is Anthony White. Is that his name? Anthony... Jeez, I don't know. This is going to be a 49ers running back. I don't know. Because it's not Garrison Hurst or Charlie Garner. It's pre-Frank Gore. But is it Lamont Jordan? Nope. All right, moving on to the Colts. Give me Dominic Rhodes. We are on the board. Let's go. Dominic Rhodes. And now it's a Bucs quarterback. Is it Bruce Gradkowski? Nope, it didn't look like him. But it's not Bruce Gradkowski. It's not Chris Sims. Well, he was a lefty. It's obviously not Chris Sims. Rich Gannon didn't get there. It's not Jeff Garcia. I'll type it anyway for no reason. I don't know how many... it's not Brad Johnson. I don't know how many 2000s Bucs quarterbacks I can name, and it's not the guy. It's not Josh Freeman. Skip. 85 on the Broncos. I don't think it's Jabbar Gaffney. It's not Eddie Royal. This is... it's a Steeler. Looks like he'd be familiar. He's not. Jimmy Clausen. Man, he looked like it, but he's wearing Brady Quinn's number. It looks like a quarterback for the Browns. He looks vaguely familiar. Kelly Holcomb. He was more of a 90s guy. It is Kelly Holcomb. Okay. That's 2. Steve Breston. David Boston. It's not. I mean, dude. And this isn't a good quiz for my audience. No, I mean, some of you guys are going to know more than me on this because you're older, for sure. But, man, this is a really hard quiz for me. Give me random 2010s, maybe I got a chance. But I'm like, some of these, I'm like less than 10 years old. I don't know who this is. Skip. That's Mike Vrabel in the picture. I'm guessing they're not asking me about him. Skip. Random Texans linebacker. Good luck. Nope. Wait, is that a Giant? No, it's a Bucs uniform. Don't know. Okay, this is a Bears quarterback. Pass. Nope. Sorry. Sage Rosenfels. Nope. That would have been nice. It's not McLeod Bethel Thompson. I'm going to type Brad Johnson. I knew it wasn't. He looks like 2008-ish Vikings. I know it because of the Adrian Peterson era. He's my favorite player of all time, even going to Oklahoma. Like, who is Adrian Peterson's quarterback before Brett Favre and Christian Ponder? I'm like, I know Sage Rosenfels. It's not Tavares Jackson, obviously. I got a pretty good theory. R.I.P. I don't know who this is. Okay, we have a Giant. Give me Jabril Wilson. Damn. I needed that to be Jabril Wilson. I'll type it again. It still isn't. Oh, man. It's not Will Demps. He wore 47. It's not Aaron Ross. It's not Corey Webster. Oh, I really don't know. It's not Terrell Thomas. They really gave me a Giant, and I still don't know who this is. Nope. Seahawks quarterback, but it's not Matt Hasselbeck. It's not Matt Flynn, obviously. No. Kenny Phillips. Knew that one instantly. The other Giant I got to be able to get. This is not Chad Pennington with the Dolphins. Is it John Beck ever? Who could this possibly be? This is like the 2000 Saints. I don't even have guesses anymore. Number 12 that isn't Andrew Luck. Not Curtis Painter. This reality doesn't even feel real. It's not Byron Leftwich. It's not David Garrard. I got a pretty good idea. It's not Mark Brunell. Obviously, he was a lefty. Oh, this fella sure looks familiar. Don't know him. It's not Pat White. A Patriots receiver, potentially. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm giving up. This is Jimmy Clausen. Give me Jimmy Clausen on this. I don't know. Matt Asiata. Nope. Giving up. Rohan Davey. It's not a name I know. Tony Banks is a name I know, at least. Drew Bennett. Clark Haggins. Michael Boley, Giants legend. Nick Kaiser. Reggie Williams. Roderick Hood. Selvin Young. Okay. Darrell Jackson. Jacques Cesar. Billy Volek. Different Mike Williams. Okay, that one's gettable, actually. I just gave up at that point. Aaron Beasley. Anthony Wright. What did I say? I said Anthony White. Oh, God. Mark Roman. I'm mostly not knowing these names. Tim Rattay. Ashley Lely. Ah, that one's gettable. That one's gettable. Dan Kreider is the name I remember. Bryant Johnson's the name I remember. Corey Proctor, Ron Edwards, Troy Evans, Brady Smith, Shane Matthews. Okay, I do remember the name, Amos Zaru, or however you say it, Zeraway. Amos Zeraway, I believe it is. Never would have come up with it. Stacey Andrews. Brooks Bollinger. Okay, forgot about him. Kevin Dockery. Okay, you know what? You're right on the ball with forgotten 2000s NFL players. Because I completely forgot Kevin Dockery existed. This is the first time I've seen Kevin Dockery's name since I was 10 years old. Or 11, maybe. Forgot about Kevin Dockery. You got me on that. Average score is 12%. You guys crushed me. Shantae Orr. Charlie Fry with the Seahawks. All right. Joe Klopfenstein is a name I remember. Sage Rosenfels is a name I guessed for the Vikings. Didn't know he was a Dolphin. He was a Texan and Giant. And he actually never appeared in a game for the Vikings, despite being on the team in 2009. And that's where I remember him, oddly enough. Jerome Pathon, we just talked about him. Again, it's a name I vaguely remember. Marvin White. Jim Sorgi, gettable name, but I gave up at this point. Brandon McDonald, Daniel Wilcox, Quinn Gray. Who is... He doesn't even have a football reference page. Here it is. Yeah, I mean, forgotten is for sure. Ruvel Martin, Johnny Harris. Doesn't look... Cleo Lemon. That's very gettable. That's insane. I didn't get that, actually. Sam Aiken, I don't know. Aaron Brown. Brian St. Pierre. Naufahu Tahi. Dwayne Jarrett went to USC. And Rohan Davey. Dwayne Jarrett's also very gettable for me. He was actually very good at USC. Oh, and went to New Brunswick. Shout out New Jersey. I got 3. I should have got 6. Okay. Well, that was a nightmare from which I soon hope to wake up. This was brutal. We're going to be trying NFL Chain Game next. Can you pick the correct answers in this NFL Chain Game? The answer to each question serves as the beginning of the following clue. Let's see. Who holds the NFL record for consecutive games started? It's got to be Brett Favre. I think Eli Manning was on his way, and then he got benched for Geno Smith, and then retired eventually. But Brett Favre, surely. Who was drafted by which team? That's the Atlanta Falcons. Would have happened in like 89 or 91, something like that. Whose starting tight end in 2012 was... Oh, so the Atlanta Falcons. Starting tight end in 2012. Tony G, right? Why wouldn't it be? Who is third in all-time receptions behind Larry Fitzgerald, and it's got to be Jerry Rice, whose quarterback in was who? Joe Montana, who went to this team, Kansas City Chiefs, whose running back in 2006 was... We got it here. Let's see. Jerry Rice. Oh, okay. Who won how many Super Bowls? Got to be 3, right? 6 is too many. It's got to be 3. With what team? The 49ers. Where are they? Here we go. Whose all-time leading rusher is? 49ers all-time leading rusher? Frank Gore. I couldn't find him. Went to college where? Miami. The U. Which is also the college of longest tenured Colts receiver, Reggie Wayne. Where is he? Who has made how many Pro Bowls? Probably 6. Which is half as many as former Chiefs O-line. I was thinking like Brian Waters. Where's the Chiefs offensive lineman here? Will Shields. There it is. He used to block for this running back from 93 to 97. Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen did go to the Chiefs. Larry Johnson was later. It's got to be Marcus Allen, who won a Super Bowl with this team. Raiders, right? He was with the Raiders. And they won a Super Bowl. Nice. Who moved to Oakland in 94, I'm thinking. Could be 95. I'm going to go 94. Damn! All right. Let's get back. It's got to be 95 then. I mean, we can rip through this. I'm going to get it. There's no question about that. Favre, Falcons, Tony G, Larry Fitzgerald, Jerry Rice, 3, 49ers, Frank Gore, Miami, Wayne, 6, Shields, Allen, Raiders, 95. The same year, the Oilers drafted blank, number 3 overall. Steve McNair? Yes. I think it's gotta be, right? I think so. I mean, McNair obviously was a Titan, and then he went to the Ravens later. I think it's almost got to be Steve McNair. Okay. Who played for this team in 06 and 07. Got to be the Baltimore Ravens. Whose all-time leading rusher is Jamal Lewis, who rushed for 2,000 yards in which season? I mean, 2003. The same season this team won the Super Bowl. 2003 was the first Patriots one over the Eagles, right? Who drafted blank first overall in 93. Got to be Drew Bledsoe. Who's replaced in Dallas by Tony Romo. Who plays in what division? Let me think about that. NFC East, the same division as 4-time Super Bowl champion New York Giants, whose 2012 first-round pick was running back David Wilson, Virginia Tech. Well, there you go. Which is the same college as 01 number 1 overall pick Michael Vick, who played with this team after being released from prison. He played for both the Eagles and the Steelers. I think it went Eagles and then Jets Steelers or Steelers Jets. Eagles all-time leading passer Donovan McNabb, who also played for Washington, who played blank in the 2012 wild card. It's either the Cardinals or the Seahawks, right? Let's see if we can connect to what it would be. If the answer were the Seahawks, what would the next question be? A number. If it were the Cardinals, what would the next question be? Oh, I would say a number, I mean a year. Cardinals, no connection, no connection, no connection. It's the Seahawks or the Cardinals, man. It's a 50-50. The Cardinals were like a Super Bowl caliber team around this time. They wouldn't be playing in the wild card. So this is actually, it's quite an easy quiz. The problem is the 50-50s. 1994 versus 1995. Pick an NFC West playoff team that played in the wild card in 2012. That's tough. Seattle. Who lost to this team in Super Bowl XL? Steelers. Who also won Super Bowl XLIII over this team? Arizona Cardinals. Who changed their name from Phoenix to Arizona in what year? I think that's 1994. They were the Phoenix Cardinals in the 80s at some point, right? Same year this player won MVP. Ooh. Steve Young or Joe Montana? I'm going to say Steve Young. I think Montana would have done it in the 80s. Who replaced the legendary Joe Montana, who would end his career with the Chiefs, whose single-season leading rusher is Larry Johnson, who ended his career with the Miami Dolphins. I actually didn't remember that. Who went undefeated in 1972 at 17-0. It's fairly easy, but it's tough because there are 50-50s that are difficult. What running back rushed for 2,000 yards in 1997? Well, how many running backs are even here? Barry Sanders, OJ, probably not OJ. Give me Barry Sanders. He went to Oklahoma State, where he won the Heisman in 1988. Same season, which team won the Super Bowl? 88 Super Bowl champion? Cowboys or Niners? Give me the Niners. Whose single season passing yard leader? Well, I really thought it would have to be Joe Montana. I don't see Steve Young here. What is the other option? Jeff Garcia is the 49ers all-time leading passer in a single season. That feels crazy. This one might be hard for me. I'm not good at this, apparently. But if you're guessing Jeff Garcia over Joe Montana for all-time leading passer for the 49ers, you got to just know that. I didn't know that. Who played for how many different teams in his career? Well, it's not 19, so it's got to be 5. Tampa, Eagles, some teams, 49ers, obviously, Browns. The same number of team as former Jaguars quarterback. I'm looking for Mark Brunell. There he is. Who ended his career with, oh man. That's tough. I really don't know. Because I think Mark Brunell got to the Jets. There are a lot of teams on here. Nice. Who drafted blank first overall in 1996? Keyshawn Johnson, receiver. Who wore number 19? Same number as former Baltimore Colt quarterback Johnny Unitas. Who played for which team in 73? That's the Steelers. No, but he could have been a No, it's the Chargers. He started out on the Steelers and went to the Chargers at the end of his career. Whose all-time leading receiver is blank. Lance Allworth, if I could find him. Who was drafted in what year? 62. Same year, which team won the NFL championship? Let's think about it. 1962 is the last year before Super Bowl era, right? Or no, 67 might have been the first Super Bowl. It's not the Cowboys, you wouldn't think. Obviously, it's not the Bucks. I think it could be the Cowboys is a strong choice here. Packers is a strong choice. But is that more of a Super Bowl era type of thing? 1962 NFL championship. I don't really know much about NFL championships. I know it's not the Patriots. It's not the Cowboys either. And we're back. 1962 NFL championship. I went with the Cowboys, thinking Tom Landry. Whether that was right or wrong, that was my thought process. I think the Packers is the next best guess. And it is. Won their most recent Super Bowl in 2012 over the Steelers, whose only NFL MVP ever was Terry Bradshaw. In what year? 78 or 76, right? Feels like a 78. It is. Sometimes you just got to fire it off. It's a 50-50, but it felt more right. The same year, which team won the AFC West? Well said. Who won the AFC West in 1978? I don't really even know what the AFC West looked like in 1978. The Broncos were an AFC West team at some point, or are now. They're the only team who appears to be in the AFC West on here. I've clicked Drew Brees. Drew Brees did not win the 78 AFC West. Okay, how about we try the Broncos? It is. Whose kicker? Blank, 63 or field goal in 1998. That's Jason Elam, who was there, who go on to play for. Jason Elam went to which team? Who would go on to play for blank? I am really not good with kickers. I really don't know. Falcons seems plausible. I think it's unlikely to be the Patriots. Could he have played with the Giants? I feel like he was a Falcon more than anything else, and I'm getting ready to restart, but I'm not, thankfully. Who lost to which team in the 2011-2012 playoffs? I've got to remember a playoff game 13 years ago. Who beat? Well, let's think about it. Who would have been good that year? The Giants. The Giants won the Super Bowl that year, and I think they did beat the Falcons at some point. Who would go on to beat which team in Super Bowl XLVI? Got to be the Patriots. Who beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl in what season? 2004. 2000 Super Bowl was the Giants. The same year, which player won the regular season MVP? Got to be Peyton Manning. And I think he split it with McNair in 03. Who defeated which team in Super Bowl XLI? Got to be the Saints. They beat the Bears. God. Why did I do that? Can I think for a second? Saints beat the Colts in the 2009 Super Bowl, which to me, in my head, means somehow the Colts beat the Saints in the 06 Super Bowl. They beat the Bears. I remember it vividly, and I clicked the Saints. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Good thing it only took me 20 minutes to get back. It actually didn't take all that long. Let's try the Bears this time, who won a Super Bowl in the 85 season under Mike Ditka, who ended his playing career with what team? I think it's the Cowboys, actually. Whose all-time winningest coach is Longhorn legend and Giant legend Tom Landry, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame in what year? Gotta be 76. Gotta be 1990. Let's try 1990. The same year, which player led the league in receiving yards? Gotta be Jerry Rice. Oh, could it be Tim Brown? If it's Tim Brown, the video's over. I will say that. If it's Tim Brown, the video ends right now. But I need it to be whose quarterback was Joe Montana, who last played for the 49ers in what season? I mean, it's got to be 2000. Which seems crazy to say out loud, that this guy played in the 80s for the 49ers and was elite, and then was elite in the 90s, and then played also in the 2000s for the 49ers. The same year, which 2006 Hall of Fame inductee retired? In pretty quickly. I mean, you think it's... was Joe Montana a 2006 Hall of Fame guy? I think it's got to be Tim Brown. Right? I think Joe Montana's final year would have been in, like... before 2000. He would have been, I'm thinking early to mid-90s, like 93. It's got to be Tim Brown. It's not. It's Dan Marino. All right, and we're back. You guys get just nice, clean cuts while I lose my mind in the background. It's not Dan Marino. Warren Moon. It's got to be Warren Moon then. Did Dan Marino retire in 1999? It's right around that time. Unreal. Okay, give me Warren Moon. Thank you. Who went to what college? Was Warren Moon a Notre Dame guy? Really doesn't feel like it. Joe Montana went to Notre Dame. Did Warren Moon go to Washington? I know him with the Seattle Seahawks. He was a CFL guy. I'm going to say Washington. The same college as former Bears lineman Olin Kreutz, who played for which team in 2011? I think he was a Saint. Yep, whose current quarterback is Spencer Rattler. Is not on here. Probably Drew Brees then. Who broke... The way that just moved down like that made me think I got it wrong and had to reset. Who broke what Hall of Famer single-season pass record in 2011? Gotta be Dan Marino. It's gotta be. I don't like the way it's reformatting. Who lost his only Super Bowl appearance to what quarterback? Well... I don't know. Dan Marino. What? Joe Montana. Oh. Why? Okay. I don't know why I didn't see that. Okay. Notre Dame, Tim Brown, Rich Gannon, Bucks, 76, O.J. Simpson. How did I not see Joe Montana? I'm like, go on, brain that. We're going to end it with an easy one. NFL Madden cover players. Let's start with the 2007 or 2000 Lions. Is it Barry Sanders and you're just giving it to him? Cool. Titans. Eddie George, actually, is who it is. 2002 Vikings. Culpepper? 2003 Rams. Falcons is Vic. Ray Lewis. McNabb. Seahawks is Sean Alexander. Titans in 08. VY. Vince Young. Packers / Jets in 09. Brett Favre. The 2010 cover was cool. It had Larry Fitzgerald and Troy Polamalu on it. Nowadays, they don't try to make cool covers. They just try to get the most popular NFL player to sell. You know, I get it from a marketing standpoint, but they've been less cool. And the cover doesn't really even matter. They're not even in stores, dude. Everyone gets it online anyway. Saints, Drew Brees. Browns, Peyton Hillis. That'll never happen again. Fan vote, they're like, we don't want Peyton Hillis on the cover. That doesn't sell copies. But, hey, that was a decent game. Lions 2013, Calvin Johnson. We got Adrian Peterson on Madden 25, next gen. Barry Sanders is on the old gen. 2015 Seahawks, Legion of Boom, but can we give me Richard Sherman? Oh, we got a minute and a half. Odell Beckham Jr. Brady. Gronk. Steelers is Antonio Brown. Chiefs, Mahomes. Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen. McCaffrey. And it's Barkley this year. Very cool. Give me a random quiz. Southern Constellations. I mean, that's going to be enough. Zodiac sign. Don't know what that is. I've heard of it. Country Music Hall of Fame. Give me Conway Twitty. That's going to do it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.